show you something really cool today. I've had a lot of requests for this video, and this video is how you can make your own blends. And I'm going to demonstrate a really common blend and my process with it. And then I'm going to give you some more tools and resources for how you can further learn and get your feet underneath of you for making your own blends, which can be so powerful because opposed to a preset blend that's made by somebody else for hopefully the majority of people out there to benefit from it, this blend that we make is going to be really specific to a certain person. And I'm going to pick different essential oils that I already know will work with that person and their emotions and their physical issues. So, first of all, I'm going to make a digestion blend. Here's the tools I'm going to use. I'm going to get out my enormous box of essential oils. Maybe you have a little box like this. But you want to get it out so you can be looking at them. You're also going to need a carrier oil. I'm going to choose to use olive oil today. And you're also going to need a bottle to put the blend creation in. So I'm going to use a rolling ball today. You could use an empty essential oil bottle that you've got with maybe a dropper top depending on what you're going to do with the blend. So let's get started. I'm going to make a blend for digestion. Someone I know is worried that they have an infection going on in their digestive system that's been a long time building up. So they wanted to know what they can use to help support the digestion and their immune system in, fighting whatever is going on in their tummy that hurts every day. So how do I start? First, I grab my Modern Essentials book. It's my essential oil guide, like my essential oil Bible that I use. And I'm going to look in the red section for digestion issues, and it's going to list a whole bunch of oils. Like, I'm going to quickly find that there's over 20 different oils that I can use. Another key is if you look in the appendix section of the book, like I'm on page 389, there is a wonderful chart that gives me pretty good feedback if I'm looking for something that's antibacterial or antifungal or antiseptic. It's going to list all of the different single essential oils and how strong they are in that category. So I'm going to put together a list of some essential oils that I could possibly use in my blend. There might be, 10 oils that I might use. And then how do I know which ones to put in my blend and what order to put them in? Well, if you look in the green section of the same book, you're going to find for each oil, let's say we are looking at ginger, which is on page 119 in the 7th edition of this book. At the very end of ginger, you will find a category that says blends with, and it's going to list some good essential oils that will blend well with ginger. I'm also looking at the blend classification. Is it a personifier or an equalizer? What the heck does that mean? Well, when you're putting all of these essential oils together, they have some really strong personalities, and you have to make them play nice in the bottle, especially if you want the synergistic effect of combining them. So, there's four categories or four personalities of essential oil. The first is the personifier. That's the loud mouth in the bottle. It's like the one that jumps out at you. We're going to use a personifier, but we're only going to use a little bit of it so it doesn't overwhelm the rest of the essential oils in the blend. And the second category is an enhancer. So that is going to improve upon the effects and pull out different things from the original personifier oil that we chose first, and just kind of morph into a specific purpose, because one essential oil can go lots of different directions. So the more enhancers we add, the more specific the purpose of our blend becomes. And then the third category of essential oil is an equalizer. So we've put probably at this point lots of different kinds of essential oils in the blend, and the equalizer is going to give them all a voice and kind of be like the recess teacher and be like, okay, you sit over here and you sit over there and you sit over there and play nice together. And then the fourth essential oil category that we want when we make blends is a modifier. So a modifier gives the blend that last finishing touch and ties it all together in the specific purpose that you're looking for. So with my whole bunch of oils that I've picked out for digestion here, I'm going to look and see which of them is a personifier, because that's the one we start with first. And I know that out of the personifiers that are available for digestive essential oils, I'm going to choose coriander. So coriander is my first oil. It's a personifier, and I'm going to use 2 drops of coriander because we only want coriander to be 1 to 5% of the blend. So the loudmouth oil here, coriander, doesn't overtake the rest of the essential oils in the blend. All right, 2 drops of coriander. So next I have my enhancer category, and the enhancer category is going to take up the bulk of the blend, like over half of it usually, 10 to 16 drops out of a 20 drop blend. And so the 3 that I've chosen that fit in the enhancer category are oregano, melaleuca, and black pepper. So I chose those for their physical benefits and their emotional benefits because I feel like there's an emotional root to everything that happens. But you can, like if you're a science-based person, you can go completely strictly only physical if you want to. Or if you're making blends for emotional reasons, you can go completely only emotional if you want to as well. So just for your information, I chose oregano because it's seriously antiviral and antibacterial. And I want a lot of that in this blend, so I'm going to do 6 drops of oregano. It's a really slow oil. It comes out very slowly here. 1, 2, don't you love this video of me counting? 3, 4, you didn't have anything else better to do with your day, did you? 5, 6. Now, I could have chosen to do oregano as the entire enhancer. I could have done 10 to 16 drops of just oregano, which would have been an intensely oregano blend. And there were other properties from other oils I wanted to include, one of them being melaleuca. And I'm going to use, hold on, let me look at my notes. I'm going to use 4 drops of melaleuca in this blend. Melaleuca has some amazing antiviral properties. But I also know that a lot of the times when people have tummy issues, they tend to have made themselves really vulnerable. And so they've opened themselves up emotionally for owies. And melaleuca helps set a healthy boundary with friendships, with relationships, with drama. So I'm going to use melaleuca in this blend. And then the next oil, remember all 3 of these oils are enhancers. The next enhancer oil I'm using is black pepper. And black pepper is awesome for digestion stuff. It's very warming, and so it can bring some heat and some power, some really undertone, really strong based goodness. I don't know if that made sense, but it doesn't always make sense, and that's okay. Black pepper, 2 drops of black pepper in our blend here. 1, 2. Okay, so as I've been going, I don't know that you've been able to see this because I've kind of been doing it under the table, but as I've been going along here, I kind of swirl the blend, and as I'm adding essential oils to it, I'm smelling it to make sure that the oils are working well together. And in the beginning, you won't have any idea what that means, and that's okay. But the more that you practice, the better you will get at feeling and smelling if the oils are working well together. Okay, so I've got this really well blended blend that has our enhancers and our personifier oil. Now, the order that you add them into the bottle is pretty important. The third type of oil in this order is the equalizer. And the equalizer is going to say, okay, oregano, okay, coriander, okay, black pepper, and melaleuca. We're going to work well together. And the equalizer that I chose is really helpful for digestive issues is fennel. And I'm going to use 4 drops of fennel. 1, 2, 3, 4. Beautiful. And again, I'm swirling that together. As I can smell it, I really smell the different personalities of the oils are really coming together well. And I'm starting to get a really complicated smell in my bottle here. Okay, so see how it's only taking up the bottom of my oil bottle so far. Okay, the last essential oil I'm going to use is the modifier category, and I want to choose a modifier that's going to help with digestion, and so I picked cardamom, which is a really yummy, spicy essential oil I love to add. And so I'm going to do just 2 drops of cardamom here at the end, and that's really going to tie the blend together and round it out and help it to be more beautiful. Okay, so I've got all of the essential oils that I wanted in the blend. I've got my 20 drops together in the percentages that I was looking for with the personifier, equalizer, enhancer, and modifier. And now I'm going to add a carrier oil. And I'm going to use olive oil today because I believe it has digestive qualities that are that can help with the digestive system. But you can use whatever carrier oil that you cook with or that you use to dilute your oil blends. Okay, now there's a couple of different things you can do with this oil blend now that we put it together. You can use a dropper top like this one and get out a couple of drops and put them in capsules and use them internally. Actually eat the essential oils. Now when I say that, I need to warn you that I have used essential oils that have supplement facts on the label, which means that they've all been cleared to be used internally. If your essential oils are not, say anything on them like do not use internally, not for internal use, not recommended to be eaten, then please don't eat them. The other thing you can do is you can pop a Rolly bottle lid on the top, and that's what I'm going to do today because I'm using this on a child, so I want it to be quite a bit diluted, which it is. It's probably a 1:5 ratio, 1 essential oil to 5 drops of carrier oil. And I'm going to continue to swirl that and rub that back and forth here. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, now I've got a great essential oil that I can use. I'm going to use this one physically on the tummy and feet twice a day. And you can use essential oils as many times a day as you'd like. The good news with essential oils is you don't need to worry, especially when they're this diluted, you don't need to worry about overdosing. So you can use this oil blend every hour if you like. And if you're trying to keep ahead of germ replication, which for a lot of germs happens every 2 hours, you want to stay using oils more often than that. So every hour would be an excellent time to use if you're trying to treat something that your immune system is battling. Now, everything I just taught you, all of the information you need to know is within the covers of this book, Modern Essentials. If you look in the orange section, the usage guide, it will tell you everything about blending that I just did. Also, if you look in the second book about emotions, if that's interesting to you, Emotions and Essential Oils, you can purchase both of those from aromatools.com or on Amazon or any other websites that's your go-to site for essential oil tools. But you kind of have to piece through that and digest a lot of information in order to understand it all. And if you are looking for more support, if you kind of are lost with essential oils and you would like to learn how to do this blending thing, but you need more help with it, I have good news for you. I've put together a class. It's called Soul on Fire, and it is I teach you how to make your own blends specific to what's going on in your life that you can use and be self-sufficient and powerful in your own essential oil journey. The class is meant for those of us starting the journey with maybe we're just like an average soul with our hands hanging low, maybe troubles in our heart and a downcast spirit. From that person to a soul in 7 lessons that is on fire with their purpose and their passion and their higher calling. The class uses essential oils and scriptures to help us understand that journey from A to B. And if you're that kind of person that believes that all truth comes from one place and all healing comes from one place, that light, then I can't wait to teach you more about how I blend essential oils and use scriptures to help me get rid of the things that are blocking me and open up a pathway to what I want out of this life, which is to be service, to be a tool in the Lord's hands. If that's something that you want, if that class sounds interesting to you, then please email me, message me on Facebook, or send me a text message and get yourself a spot in my next class that begins June 1st. For more tips and tricks on how to turn your kitchen table into a source of nourishment and treasures, give me a thumbs up and check out my other Wow Foods videos. Thanks for watching.